Begin with an Apache Junction police officer who's in critical condition, shot in the line of duty.
12 News journalist Sean Rice is where that shooting happened, in a residential community near Highway 24 in Ironwood. And Sean, what happened there?
Troy and Krebe, good evening to you both. The intersection here behind me, which is Radiance Avenue and Davis Drive on the south end of Apache Junction, is where that shooting took place. It's been described to us as an exchange of gunfire between an Apache Junction police officer and a 37-year-old suspect who was wanted for brandishing a gun to other drivers. That happened about a mile to the north of where we are. As you can see, still a very active police presence here with plainclothes detectives still investigating the circumstances of this shooting. I'm told this all played out just before 9:30 this morning, and now both the suspect and the AJ police officer are in the hospital fighting for their lives. Now, according to Apache Junction police, that 37-year-old man who was driving this white Tesla was seen brandishing a gun, essentially waving it out of his window towards other drivers at the intersection of Ironwood and Ray to the north of where we are. When an officer initiated a traffic stop, police say the man got out of his Tesla and began to run on foot towards this community where families live. It's an area where homes are also still in the process of being built, a very new area to Apache Junction. The man was followed on foot for a good mile or so, and the entire time police say he was not obeying their commands to drop his gun and surrender to them. The commands police gave, they say he continued to ignore.
When we got to the intersection of Davis and Radiance, the male was not complying with our verbal directions. We attempted less lethal ammunitions towards him to try to gain compliance. At that time, he brandished his firearms and fired at police officers.
And that single officer did return fire. It struck the man. He is now undergoing life-saving surgery at a Valley hospital. The Apache Junction police officer, I'm told, has been with the department for the past 3 years. At this time, we do not know the names of the suspect or the officer. I'm told that's information we likely will not receive until tomorrow. When describing the condition of the Apache Junction police officer, an officer told me, quote, "He is not out of the woods yet." So there is still, of course, significant concern anytime a police officer here in the Valley is struck by gunfire. I'm told he is being treated for his injuries at Banner Desert Medical Center. That's in Mesa. It's a level 1 trauma center, so he has all the available medical resources there to treat him for his injuries. Now, Mesa police detectives are here behind me. They will be the agency conducting the investigation. I'm told they'll be here largely throughout this evening. We're live on the south side of Apache Junction. Sean Rice, 12 News.
And Sean, what a bizarre beginning to this whole thing. Why do we think this guy had his gun out in an intersection? You know, just did he lose it a little bit, or was he chasing somebody, or what do you think that would happen?
Yeah, Troy, I think that's one of the key questions we still do have for police. It's still well too early in their investigation to determine motive for this suspect. I don't even know if they've been able to interview him at this point because he is undergoing that life-saving surgery. We haven't really been able to speak with anybody in this area that may have seen him or may have reported this conduct. They would be the ones who would be able to describe how he was acting. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any of those people here in this new residential community. Still an important question that will be answered in the coming days.
All right, Sean, thank you for that report.